Calling in the Ascended Masters. Angels, archangels, angelic choirs of every harmonic and octave of pure love and light. Calling in Reiki guides of pure love and light, Reiki master ascendants, ancestors. Securing the space with Reiki, with the symbols. I command no interference from any lower vibrational beings or any negative energy. Return to sender. I am commanding the return to sender be activated throughout this whole live, and am commanding a high vibrational space for people to learn and for people to tap into their core operating system, which is that of intuition, of love, unity, light, and respect for one's energy. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, my vision for these lives is to do live psychic development. So if you're familiar with my content, most of my content is guided psychic development exercises and other spiritual awakening content. And I am a professional level, all energy psychic. I even work with animals. And really my hyper focus right now is locating lost animals all over the United States through a process that I created utilizing my psychic awareness and Reiki, and then maps and all kinds of stuff. It's a whole process, but I've been successful with it. So, but I am a naturally born psychic. It is something that naturally developed through me, and as my life went on, and it was hard and arduous, and I know that it is at the core of all of us, and through it comes freedom and peace and alignment with one's journey and one's purpose for being here. And it also turns you into a human lie detector test and helps people, speaking from experience, navigate life more easily, in a way. But there is definitely a process in deconditioning, and there's a lot of things to get through to get to your core operating system of intuition and psychic awareness. It is within all of us, and from my understanding, it is okay. Listen, so through psychic awareness, through telepathic communication, through operating from one's core operating system, eliminates the ability to lie to one another. It eliminates the ability to manipulate. Once you are in touch with your intuitive abilities, you cannot be manipulated. You can watch it happening and keep your mouth shut, but ultimately you cannot be manipulated. And the matrix is a manipulation. It is all manipulation. And our intuitive abilities have been etched out of us. Otherwise, the matrix and the manipulation would not work. It wouldn't work because we would all know it was bullshit. So, this is the awakening that people are going through. They're waking up to the lies and the manipulation of the matrix. The way that you back up this ascension is that you get in touch with your intuitive psychic abilities. So you are unable to be manipulated by the systems, the processes, the traps. They're literally matrix traps. They're all around us. It is quite, I don't want to say frightening because I'm not scared of it anymore, but it is astounding. Let's just say that much. I mean, there's a lot of shit to wade through and get out of when you're really ascending out of all of this stuff. So everything starts with you. Everything starts at the personal level. You want to help the collective. If you want to be of assistance to the collective in the ascension, it has to start with you. It doesn't start on the outside, because what you change and what you get in touch with on the inside, it works from inside to outside. So the best thing you can do is focus on your development, your intuition, and your way of operating from the inside out. Okay. How's everybody doing? Okay, so let's do a psychic development exercise. I thought Uno cards would be good because, you know, I don't want to say everybody, but people kind of know Uno, and in case you don't know Uno cards have numbers on the back of them. Numbers and colors. Basic numbers. 1 through 9, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1 through 9. And then the basic colors. So I think that's all the colors. Blue, right. So this is a map of the colors. So green, blue, red, yellow. And then the numbers 1 through 9 will be on the cards. So this is real simple. Well, simple. It's so, psychic development is so simple that it's complicated. I know that that sounds weird, but that is my best way to explain it. Once you figure it out, and once you see the patterns in which your mind operates, then you go on the other side of the veil, so to speak, and you realize that, oh, all the shit that was going on in your head was either, I'm going to say one of 3 things. It was either your mind, somebody else's mind, telepathic interference, or your intuition and your psychic awareness. Your mind speaking blibberish, somebody else's thoughts, somebody else's telepathic interference, or your intuition and your psychic awareness. It is constantly going on. It is a constant thing that you are able to control. Like where I sit, I don't allow telepathic interference unless I want it to interfere. So it's something that I turn on and I turn off. So it's something that I turn on and I turn off. I open myself up and then I close myself. So it's like a tapping in and then tapping out. It's very important to get acquainted with what your mind sounds like which is the ego, what your ego mind sounds like, and then what, not to complicate things, let's just say what your ego mind sounds like, and then what the voice of your intuition sounds like. Your ego mind is going to be judgmental. It's going to be comparative. It's going to be comparing things. Think of it as your mind is literally a computer. It's a meaning-making machine. It's going to dig into your computer, and it's going to compute things. It's going to be computing your past. It's going to be computing even past lives. It's going to be computing your knowledge, your book smart knowledge, so to speak, but that's also life experience. That is also your knowledge, and also your outside surroundings. So it's going to compute all of these things and then spit out an answer. Your intuition is a different kind of communication. It comes from the back door, so to speak. It comes from beyond the mind. It isn't the mind. It is the voice of your soul. It is the voice of your spirit. It's a higher knowing. It is a quiet voice. It is a matter of a fact voice. It is the answer that it is the question that you answer. It will be a simple, the question that you ask, it'll be a simple answer. It's not going to be around the way, like a sentence. And it's not going to be a shitty, it's not going to have like a sarcastic tone to it. It's just a straight up answer, the truth. That's it. And it's quiet, and it often comes before your mind can even catch up to what is going on. This is how you can start to identify it. Now, there's all different kinds of ways to get the information, which it's very important that you figure out those ways for yourself, because you are the creator of those ways. There isn't certain ways to do it. It is how you want to do it, how it works for you. So what's important in the beginning is to really pay attention to how it's showing up for you. What is your strong suit? For me, I'm very strongly telepathic, very strongly audible. They call it clairaudience, although I don't like to get caught in these labels. Labels are limiting. You don't want to limit yourself. You want to allow your authenticity and your creativity to create technique and to create your way of doing things that are best for you, not in comparison to what I'm doing or what anybody else is doing. I am just here to guide you into you figuring out your own authentic path and your own authentic way of observing the psychic information, tapping into it, and using it. Okay. So, what number is on the back of this card? What number and what color? Put it in the comments. What number and what color is on the other side of this card? If you don't know how, the main thing is putting yourself in observation mode. If you need to ask someone other than yourself, ask me. You can look into my eyes on the screen and ask me as if I was in the room with you what color and what number is on the other side of this card. And then pay attention to what answer you get on the inside. What comes through. And you guys tap the screen. If you're here, please tap the screen. It'll get more people in here. Okay, so you feel my spirit. That's great. What number and color is on the other side of this card? Anybody else? All right, Dawn, you got the 5. You got the 5. That's great. Good job. Next time, the guy who feels my spirit. Next time, do something different. So psychic development is also the process of elimination. All information is good information. All information you're learning from. So now when we do the next one, however you chose to go with the 2 green, try something different, because that way didn't work. Another thing is, you are observing the information. You aren't actively guessing it. Actively guessing is a function of the ego mind. That isn't what we're doing. We are observing the information. So that means you're going to ask the question. You're going to ask the question to your intuition. Or you can ask me. Or just ask God. Ask whatever. The point is to get yourself in active observation so that you can sit and observe your awareness as to what comes in. Okay. What color and number is on the other side of this card? Put it in the comments. I am telepathically saying it over and over, which even if I wasn't, it goes into the universal mind. Just me scanning this card goes into the universal consciousness. It is then in existence. It can be picked up on at any time, anywhere, doesn't matter. It's there. Anybody else? Anybody else? What color and number is on the other side of this card? Don't be shy. This is another thing about psychic development. You have to be willing to jump off of the ego cliff. The ego cliff keeps you confined, and not jumping off of the ego cliff keeps you confined and keeps you out of growth. You have to be willing to literally fall off the ego cliff to develop these things. And 9 times out of 10 in my experience, when I'm afraid to say something, it's right. And once it comes out of my mouth, it's like mind-blowing, and it causes some kind of huge breakthrough for me and the people that I'm working with. Okay, I'm going to flip it. Dawn, don't second guess yourself, because you were right. It was green. It was 1 green, but you got it right. You see? Okay. So Dawn, do you see that shift? That shift was, you got the green. That was the intuitive information. Then your mind started to second guess, because I was taking forever, I know. But it's like, that was your mind. So if you can see the difference in the intuitive information in your mind, how the second guessing, that was the ego. That was the mind computing. Well, maybe, you know, when you had it, you had it. It's awesome. Okay. All of our energies are connected. All of our energies are connected. It's not just her and I. We are literally the same person. We are literally the same energy in different bodies. We are all connected. We are all one, having different experiences. It's just a matter of finding it. It's getting past the mind. which has a lot to do with your internal condition. It has a lot to do with a lot of things. Like what is going on? What is going on with your energy? What is blocking you? What chakras aren't open? What healing work are you doing? Have you done? How in touch with you are you to your energy, and how much deconditioning have you done? How much are you still conditioned by the outside world to base your decisions and your actions off of the outside world? Or are you in alignment with your true nature and what you actually want and what you authentically are here to do, devoid of what your upbringing has taught you, devoid of other people's thoughts, feelings, yada, yada, yada. Putting it into words, it sounds so fucking complicated, but it's not. It's literally just doing what you want and feels right to you, devoid of other people's bullshit. What number, okay, I'm going to focus now. What number and colors on the other side of this? A technique that I use and that was really helpful for me in the beginning, which is, you can use it with pictures or whatever, is to look into the eyes of the person that you're reading. Like if somebody's paying me for a service, or if I'm doing psychic work and I had a photo of them, I would look into the eyes of the photo, and then all of this information rushes in. So you can do that with my eyes. You can look into my eyes, ask the question, what color and number is on the other side of this card, and then pay attention to what information comes to you. Anybody else? Okay. It was 6 and it was yellow. And I know this is a thing. Okay, so this is what happens I just picked this up. It's not like I chose to pick up this. But it's important because you said yellow, because this is what the mind will do, okay? You got to get past these antics. Because you said yellow a few minutes ago, Dawn, your mind wasn't allowing you to even have the possibility of the card being yellow because you just said it. It's another part. It's like how your mind will block you from the intuitive information. There's layers and layers of this computing mind shit to get through. And that's what I saw happening there. It's like, the mind will block you from shit because it's computing past, present, future, all the fucking time. It's so important to get control of the mind. It'll block you every chance you get. Okay, let's talk about the mind and its mission. The ego mind exists, the mind. When I say the ego mind, I'm talking about the mind in its entirety. Its mission is to protect you. That is its job. It doesn't do the best job of that because it's not supposed to. Because you are not your mind. It is literally, it's your laptop. If your whole being, it's literally your computer that lives inside of you. It's your computer. It's there to protect you. It's there to give you information. It's there to make sure that you don't die, okay? So it is going to do whatever it has to do and spit out whatever answers are safe to keep you alive, to make sure, or try to make sure that you survive. So it's not reliable when dealing with intuitive information because it is pulling from your experience, it is pulling from your book knowledge, it's pulling from all your past lives, it's pulling from all these different things, but it isn't the ancient whisper, it isn't the truth coming from within, because it's speaking through trauma. It is speaking through the smoke screen of the PTSD. It's speaking through the smoke screen of all this conditioning. The mind has been conditioned to operate a certain way within the matrix. That is how all of this shit was hijacked in the first place. The powers that be or whatever are able to hijack the mind through conditioning. What we are going through right now is the unhijacking of the mind and the awakening of the deep truth and wisdom that is beyond the mind, that has been shut down in order to keep us in the matrix. It is our core operating system. Intuition and psychic awareness is our core operating system. It can't be hijacked. It cannot be hijacked. It is your God consciousness. That is why there has been so much effort put into shutting it down. Do you want to do another one, Dawn? Are you here? All right. All right, team. Well, I just wanted to hop on here and start these lives. I am making an effort to be on here. I don't know if it's going to be daily because I am a mama, and I don't know. We'll see if I can incorporate my son into this somehow. And I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. But I know that I'm going to be on here a lot more. And if you are listening to me right now, I am on day 7 of doing a 30-day challenge to, it's an energy healing challenge. It's day 7. It doesn't matter. You can hop on it now. If you go to my videos, it is 30 days of return to sender energy work. This is clearing out all of the funky ass energy, all of everybody else's funky ass energy that is interfering with your authenticity and with your alignment. We are doing 30 days of clearing that shit to show you how much your life will change by consciously returning to sender any negative ass energy sent your way, period, and not allowing it in your authentic space and in your consciousness. And you will be amazed by how much things shift. Just for an example, I'm here on live. That's like a big deal. This is like something I should have been doing a long time ago. And allowing, energies to interfere with my authentic path is no longer. You don't have to allow that shit to interfere with your life. You don't. And the way that you don't is you return to sender. It's literally, so the second anybody has even a mere thought of negativity towards you, it's just getting mirrored right back to them. It literally gets reflected back to its maker upon creation. So it's just a way to manage your energy and to keep you in alignment, and it has great benefits. So thank you so much if you're here. Oh, thank you. You're a sweetheart. Follow me. Let's stay in touch. I'm talking to you, user 896. Bye, guys. Hopefully I'll be on here tomorrow. Thanks for being here.